Sai Ram and warm welcome to the Innovation with a Purpose, a series from Sri Sathya Institute of Higher Learning's Innovation Council, where purpose and impact meet entrepreneurship and research. Now, IIC, guided by values like Atmano Mokshartham Jagat Hitayacha, has created a nurturing ecosystem where researchers actually learn to ground the innovations in service and clarity. Now, in this episode, we have the privilege of hosting Professor Sai Ram, who brings real life insight into how values led thinking rooted in Swami's vision can actually power breakthroughs as such. Uh, Now, there's a title for this particular podcast. It's called Nada Seva, From Practice to Peace, Music as Taught by Sai. Uh, Very warm welcome and a good morning to you, Sai sir. And how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good. Thanks. Om
Thank
Shri
you.
Sai Ram.
Thank you so much. So we got four themes, sir, that we actually want to ask you some questions on. We'll start off with how music aligns with the fundamental teachings of Swami. We look at discipline and peace, couple of questions there. Then we move on to group learning and performing music by students and teachers, human values of brotherhood, love, and non-violence, the second segment. The third one is on contribution to the society, music offered to other streams of study within the institute, school, or campuses. We look at a couple of questions there. And finally, we look at initiatives in research and societal impact, some more themes over there. So typically, we've got four themes. So if you're good, we can actually start off, sir. Shall I start with the first few questions?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Perfect.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So first few questions are around the first theme on music aligns with the fundamental teaching of Swami. Sir, according to you, in what ways does the rigorous training in music instill discipline in students, aligning with Swami's emphasis on discipline is the mark of a true student? That's question number one. And Swami always says, music is the instrument of peace. How does the daily practice and performance of music help students experience and transmit inner peace, according to you?
Uh, Offering my humble pranams to Swami at the very outset. It's yeah, the fundamental principle or the human value which Swami has laid out is a discipline, because I can just say very clearly that music itself is infused in discipline. So as you perform, or as you practice, as you start learning from the very beginning, it has got a certain discipline, which is called as tala or the laya, and or the pitch in vocal music. That is the scale. So you have to be in a certain way. You have to maintain a time in music whenever you are exhibiting your music in whatever way, be it a practice, be it your performances, or be it your learning, or through teaching, or whatever. So you have to follow this time cycle in music, and you have to be in proper pitch. So if you're out of pitch, there's no the music is not aesthetic. If you're out of your rhythm, that which is the tal, again there's no music there. So of course no one can be perfect, but we have to strive to be in rhythm and in the proper pitch when singing and playing. So this itself is a disciplinary aspect in music, which is very strong here, and directly links to the human value that Swami has propounded.
Sure,
Yes.
sir. Sure, sir. Absolutely. Can you give us a bit of your backgrounds? I mean, how did you actually start off your career in terms of your music? Can you give us a bit of background?
Yeah, yes, sir. I pursued my bachelor's in music from Kharagad University, that is Madhya Pradesh. Now it is Chhattisgarh, and then went on to pursue my post degree in music. That is specifically to say tabla,
Hmm.
rhythmic instrument. And then I qualified my national eligibility test in music, and then came here, joining as a teacher in 2002.
So,
So I've been teaching since then, and now we are a department here since 2017, and I'm here as with so many years of experience, and with whatever Swami has guided us through. into teaching and taking care of other aspects of the department, so that we contribute to the SSSIHL
Sure.
as a whole.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you. That helps. So you're now the head of department, and what's the department name? Performing Arts, you're saying, right?
Department of Performing Arts, exactly, sir.
Department of Performing Arts. Thank you. So let's move to the next one, sir. Basically, it's on group learning and performing music by students and teachers, and we look at human values of brotherhood, love, and non-violence. So a couple of questions there around how does learning, group music learning foster a spirit of brotherhood and unity among students, especially in the time where individuality is often overemphasized. That's number one. And can you share instances where the process of collaborative music creation reflected Swami's core values of love and non-violence, both in method and message?
Yes, to talk about this, we have performances and we have rehearsals for them. We have classes going on, and it's all in groups. Basically, 5 students, 10 students, 15 students would be there in a group. So what happens is, while we are teaching, it's the it's what the student imbibes. One student is different from the other. One talent is different from the other talent.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. When the student hears the teacher, he hears uniformly. I mean, like a universal thing. But what he actually picks up is his own perspective or his own caliber, uh, to which level he can. For some it takes a few days, for some it takes months to imbibe the same learning. So in this way, what happens is they are, but they are all together. They're all together, and when the lessons are being the students, when they come with the lessons for the teacher to hear,
Mm.
that they have to perform, like they have to perform and show whatever was taught to them, irrespective of whether you got time or you didn't get time. It's the same day and the
Mm.
same number of students. Yeah.
Mm.
Then we find out that okay, that one student was weak and the other one was is brighter and all that. And then what happens is, what we could understand is, in their free time while they are practicing, one student, there's an instance in my class itself,
Mm.
that a student is weak. There's 2 students in a course.
Mm.
So one is brighter than the other. So the weaker one would always need guidance. So I would put the brightest student to him, time and again, to kind of just guide him, see him through, just kind of see that he's picking up things. If any doubt is there, you help him out in the script and also in the playing and all that. So what I could gather from the weaker student is that he says that, although the other student, at the cost of his own practice time,
Mm.
he's able to help him
Yeah.
so many times,
Yeah.
and it benefits him all the way. I mean, apart from the core teaching which we impart, this
Mm.
is one of the things which is supplemented by the students, and this probably signifies or indicates one thing: love, and also brotherhood. Okay, and also I think a sacrificial aspect
Mm.
to it, not be denied. Okay,
Absolutely.
so this is one thing, sir.
Sure.
And at the same time, there are several such instances, I mean,
Sure.
yeah, which we encounter
Mm.
in day-to-day, you know,
Absolutely.
learning classes.
Absolutely, sir. And I recall, I think recently, I don't really know the correct timeline, but Zakir Hussain Saab actually was there in Parthi, I think for a performance as such, and all of us actually saw a video of where I think he's gone to the music college, seated, and then I think Ravi Kumar sir was actually singing. Can you actually describe that? Because we don't know the inside story, but it was kind of a wonderful viral video, very, very impactful.
Yes, yes. It was in 2015
Ah,
during November. So yes, Zakirji had come here, and he was in the department in the music college there. And actually, he was talking mainly about the nuances of tabla playing and music in general,
mm,
and more specifically, uh, how practice should happen. It's there's a term called chilla.
mm,
So he was relating to his own experience, that
mm,
how he could, you know, uh, fulfill the duration of that chilla. Chilla is a time period of 40 days. It's a time period of 40 days of kind of, it's like a penance, like a renunciation.
mm,
You have to forget the world and be with your instrument, be with your, like if you are a vocalist, just
mm,
singing
mm,
under the guidance of a guru. But
mm.
then what you have to spare time for yourself is only for your sleep, only for your food.
Right.
Other than that, for 40 days, you are just into music
Wow.
all the time.
Wow.
So this has happened. Many masters have attempted this,
Mm,
and if this happens for three times in a life,
mm.
three times in a lifetime, 40,
Right.
40, 40.
Right.
I mean, it's like, it may be abstract, but it is in the scriptures that in the heritage of music, we understand things like this, that
Mm,
three times of 40 days gives you an everlasting grace of Goddess Saraswati on you. So even if you are kind of playing just for, like fun, just like that, if you are just doing something, it will be correct. It
mm.
will be in rhythm, and the music aesthetics would be there. So that
Right.
grace has dawned on you
Right.
with this amount of hard work which you have put. So Jakiji was mentioning all this, how
Mm.
he had done.
Absolutely.
So all this anyway, it's I'm probably very small to talk about the legend, but then this he was explaining at length what
Absolutely.
this is about, and if not all this, how can you go about, tips for practice and all that. And then they went on to give a program in the evening. This
Absolutely,
thing.
sir. Thank you so much for going in such detail because outside world we do not know what's actually happening. But whenever legends actually come, I think almost everyone comes to the music college and spends some time giving their insights and advice. So it's really a wonderful ecosystem where the budding musicians who are actually learning have legends actually advising them, sitting just next to each other. So that's
And
Swami's.
if you permit, I can just relate a small
Sure,
incident.
please.
Pandit's Suresh Talwarkar is a tabla player, as a very renowned tabla player who's in Mumbai. So he is a very senior professional now. So way back, maybe 15 years back, I had a chance to hear him in Bangalore.
Mhm.
So while after the program at night, maybe 11:30 or so, I happened to meet him and introduce myself and ask just one thing: how to improve the rhythm, the laya in music, in tabla.
Right,
So he said just one line: see, check whether there is laya in yourself first.
right.
So I said I got the answer. There was
Mm,
nothing. I mean,
mm,
I just kept silent. Thank you so much.
mm.
That was it from my side.
Great.
Because when you are in tune, within yourself, your whole being, because music has got to do with, you know, whatever happens inside. It's an internal thing.
Right.
Basically, it's so aesthetical. So you
Absolutely.
have to be balanced and you have to be in rhythm.
Mm,
Whatever you call those chakra balance and everything. But then
mm.
it happens through music. But whether in day-to-day life you are also, having that rhythm in everything you do.
Absolutely.
Probably he meant that. So, that was a very useful and a profound tip to carry. So
That's
anyway, that was one thing.
great insight, sir. I think people are going to love this without doubt. So, sir, moving on to the next one, I think contribution to the institution or the society, music offered to other streams of study within the campuses. So, just a couple of questions. How has the Department of Performing Arts extended the value of music to the students from other disciplines across the institute? What has been the observed impact? That's number one. And what role, according to you, does music play in campus-wide events and initiatives? And how does it contribute to the holistic character building of all students, irrespective of their academic focus?
Yes, sir. As far as extension activities of music learning are concerned, we have been teaching the schools, the students of the schools, higher secondary school here in Prashantinilayam, which has been going for maybe over 10 years or so. Uh, of course, I mean, all students do not get the time there with their busy schedule, but we filter the students and, standards from, say, fourth onwards till 12th. We have a mix of students who learn tabla, who learn Hindustani vocal, who learn Carnatic vocal, mridangam. So what happens with this is, of course, this is, we have not documented this. Probably in future we'll have to do this, and we'll be able to do this. Their focus, and their focus on creativity, their focus on the musical aspect, to infuse into themselves this discipline, and the attentiveness
Yeah.
when you're practicing music. They develop this, which helps them towards their studies,
Absolutely.
and makes them more focused.
Yeah.
That is one thing which we have observed, and which makes it essential for us to extend this learning to them. And coming to the campus, yes, we have started that maybe 2 years back for the graduate students of other disciplines.
Okay.
Uh, so there'll be students from economics, there'll be students from chemistry, less from science and more from arts streams. But then again, it's a part and parcel of this NEP program to have one subject as minor.
Right.
One or two subject minor courses in a degree course with their main stream. So as a part of that, we are offering it for 4 semesters. That is 2 years out of 4 years of a BPA or a bachelor's program. So it is 4 semesters. So again, I think that many students are interested towards this, and we have, say, around 30 students every year who from other disciplines who opt for music as a minor, be it tabla, mridangam, vocal, things like that. And the impact, I think it should be the same as I mentioned it for the higher secondary and the school children.
Sure.
Same impact it will, because they are studying and they are also interested. They have got some talent in them anyway. That's why, because again there is filtration. And
Yeah.
one more thing on top of these values being inculcated, as Swami has laid down, especially peace, discipline, unity, and brotherhood.
Yeah.
So apart from these things, one subject of music figures out in their grade cards. So probably with this new education policy coming up after their UG, they'll be able to, if in these 4 years or 4 semesters in these 2 years, the student is able to catch up to to a very reasonable level of playing and singing. So he can opt for a PG degree in music because he had a one minor figuring out in his UG. So that facility or that provision also is there.
Excellent.
Now.
Excellent.
So this is about the extension activities in the campus and the schools. So there was a third area, sir, with this question.
Typically, what role does music play in campus-wide events? Because if you look at it, a lot of festivals coming in, there's group singing which actually takes place, and so from that particular point of view, campus-wide events and initiatives, how does it
Yes.
contribute to the holistic character building? Was the second question.
Yes. No, the values remain the same. What comes out of music. But then, yes, we as a department perform 4 to 5 times in Sai Ram Hall.
Yeah.
Here, it's a department-specific program.
Hmm.
So that is one thing. And we have also recently, in this semester, we have started the classes for Anantapur campus,
Okay.
girls, from this semester onwards. So what happens is the girls are also performing in the Sai Ram Hall here. So they are performing bhajans, they are performing classical, semi-classical,
Yes.
music. So probably this learning will also impact them, in the classical way, and make their performances better in future.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you. I think we'll move to the next one, which is the most important thing. Initiatives in research, societal impact. That's the theme. So the influence of music learning on autistic children. and the therapeutic value is something which we're going to talk about now. So first question is on, could you elaborate on the outcomes observed in the collaborative research, I think with AI SH Mysore, particularly regarding how music improved cognitive and emotional responses in autistic children, sir? And the second one question is about what deeper lessons did the research reveal about the healing power of music and how it might influence future educational or therapeutic interventions?
Yes, sir. So these two aspects are, are there as baby steps taken by us as of now.
Sure.
Okay, we have just initiated them. So, but then we can foresee things, what might happen in the future with
Sure.
these type of collaborations. All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, that is AIISH. So there we have collaborated, and the faculty had visited there. So there are autistic children who require cognitive development in understanding things, in relating, in expressing and relating things.
Mm,
Probably proper hearing and proper, you know, talking and all that.
mm,
So what we have done is we have picked up this instrumental part to
mm,
offer them as a learning.
mm,
So it's like, when the children see the beats going on, from the other side.
mm.
So they'll also to have a, like, it's a djembe. It's a djembe. The instrument is djembe.
Wow.
Or we might go to some others. Now it's djembe. So the
Mm,
instrument is, when it's played, they see the hand movements, and they
mm,
also imitate. They have
right.
their instruments with them, and
Mm,
then with over a period of time, what will happen is the mind will relate to the rhythm. Okay,
right.
relate in the sense there'll be some coherence with the
Mm,
mind is understanding. Oh, this is the timing is, this much between the one beat to this beat. This
mhm,
thing will happen, and
right.
probably they'll be able to relate better in their day-to-day lives.
Mm,
Also in this way. So this is one part, sir.
sure.
And probably the therapeutic value we cannot probably quantify that as the medical professionals, but
Mm,
it will probably just be an aid to
right.
something, to the conventional treatment
Absolutely.
of medicine. So this will be just acting as an aid. So that
Mm,
is one thing, and so we intend to actually document this over a period of time. Now we have started. It has been just 4 or 5 classes,
right.
and faculty has visited Mysore, but the
Mm,
classes are online
mhm,
uh, from here. So we want to document this with the help of the medical practitioners who are in Mysore.
mm,
So, and see the improvement in them, of evidence-based improvement on
yeah,
paper, where the medical
absolutely.
professionals would intervene and do it, sir. So this is
Absolutely, sir.
one thing. Yes, sir.
Sure. Great.
Yes.
I think a lot of people will be interested. I think once we start the documentation, the doctors also come into place to, share their observations.
True.
Uh, the last last theme is on interdisciplinary collaboration with mathematical biology and the influence of music on human behavior. That's the theme. So the last two questions for you. How did this unique collaboration between music and mathematical biology unfold? And what were some surprising insights about how structured music affects human thought or behavior? That's one, sir. And the second one is on what ways can such interdisciplinary research shape future future pedagogies or societal applications of music in areas like mental wellness or behavioral sciences, sir?
The interdisciplinary aspect between music and mathematical biology, what we have explored is, it's a broad term. Uh, Music and human behavior. Under that, we need to probably figure out what all things would specifically get involved. Right now we want to focus for 25-26 on the influence of music on the blood pressure and pulse rate
Okay.
of healthy individuals.
Mhm.
So we are on the go for this, and probably we'll move forward very soon. And what we have planned is, we'll have a set of students here itself, our students, who will be there, with sitting for 5 minutes calmly, and then after 5 minutes, some music will be played. So we'll crisscross between the genres of music, maybe folk music or classical music, semi-classical music, and we'll 5 minutes the music will be played. Maybe we'll pick up 5 students initially, and different music genres will be heard by them. And then post 5 minutes, they'll be relaxed for 3, 5, 4 minutes again.
Right.
Initially, there'll be these blood pressure readings and the other parameters, the pulse rate. Those things will be taken. And post music exposure, this will be done again. So over a period of time, again, we want to see what is the improvement. We have the doctors also intervening into this, because doctors' support is definitely needed. We cannot, claim that the results.
Absolutely.
So with this again, this may be helpful, in the long run for probably the post-operative cases for patients who are in anxiety, whose blood pressure gets raised, before the surgery or anything, things like that. Before some procedure. So if this is again, if this is proved, documented, and a paper is published, because this we are collaborating with All India Institute of Technology, sorry, not All India, Acharya Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Okay. There are 3 students who are working with us, who would be coming out with a paper and internships and all that we are planning in future. So for the paper to be published, it will take time, and then in the long run, this will happen in a way that it helps pre-op or pre-procedural patients, who want to undergo surgeries, in reducing their anxiety, blood pressure, and pulse rate level, so that they are ready for the procedure. This is, the one of the aspect of that, another broad heading which we are planning right now, sir.
Great, sir. Great. I think I had a very good time, listening to a lot of insights from you, sir. So just in conclusion, we actually explored how music as a discipline aligns with Swami's teaching on peace, self-regulation, and inner harmony. You gave a lot of examples. We also delved into how group learning and performances actually shape character, instill human values, and create unbreakable bonds of brotherhood. So the 5 themes that we explored today, sir, are music aligning with the fundamental teachings of Swami, discipline, and peace. We looked at group learning and performing music by students and teachers. We looked at contribution to the institution, music offered to other streams of study. We also looked at, very importantly, the initiatives in research and societal impact, where you spoke about, the influence of music learning and autistic children. And I think finally we looked at interdisciplinary collaboration with mathematical biology and influence of music on human behavior. So a lot of topics which normally I don't really dwell on, sir. It's been a very, very insightful conversation with you, Sai Ram, sir. And
Excuse me, can we close with just a small composition? I'll narrate.
Yes, please.
So that you have an idea about how time plays a role. As we were talking about discipline, this is the most fundamental principle laid out by Swami.
Sure.
So it's all about time and discipline. So I'll just narrate.
Excellent. So what a conclusion to this musical podcast, I should say. Thanks so much. I think I should pull you in for many more such podcasts. I think so much of insight, especially music, can have impact on people. I think I'll speak with Pallav sir and come back, and with your permission, we'll do more recordings and stuff. So thank you so much for your time today, sir.
Thank you so much for having me, sir. It's my pleasure, and thank you so much.
Sure, sir. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, sir.